your host, MISHUMA SABA, M.SABA, and this is our Cultural Variety Podcast. Stay tuned. Peace. And welcome to the show, Coffee Talk Podcast. This is the Coffee Talk Cultural Variety Podcast show, and this is our sports edition. How y'all doing today? Good. As you know who I am your host, MISHUMA SABA, M.SABA, and this is our Cultural Variety Podcast. So listen, we got a good show for y'all today. We have a WNBA superstar basketball player that's in the news that is overseas right now, and she's in Russia during this little war they got going on over there. You know what I'm saying? I stumbled when I said little because all wars is serious. So I do apologize to the viewers if you take my sentiments as not being there. You know what I'm saying? Although I don't have no dog in that fight. I'll say that right away. So whatever's going on over there is going on over there. But we do got a queen over there, and we're going to talk more about that in a second. We also going to go ahead and give remembrance to one of our hometown athletes, hometown heroes. He's not from our hometown, but he made this his town. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely going to give him a big shout out, sports legend. And we're going to talk about that shortly here. Okay, so listen, if you just tuning in, we never start the show without giving it some flavor. This is the show Coffee Talk. Again, it's a cultural variety podcast show. We air 3 times a week. We air on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday or Saturday as an alternate day. And we like to just give our viewpoint on such thing as cultural studies on Monday, sports on Wednesday, and then grown folk night on the weekend. So, but today's flavor is this. I thought about this because I knew you guys was on your way home. Probably want to relax, chill. Been working hard all day. And so I went ahead and selected rum chata. Rum chata is today's flavor. And today's flavor, rum chata, is a Caribbean rum with real dairy cream. Rum chata is a Caribbean rum-based cream liquor flavored with cinnamon and vanilla. Inspired by the Spanish and Latin Americas, this drink is similar to horchata. Rum chata is made in Wisconsin and usually uses natural dairy cream, and I know how we are about dairy. But if you enjoy that, that's cool for you. After its launch in 2009, rum chata quickly rose to the top of its category and found many delicate fans. Regularly found in bars or home liquor cabinets, it can easily compete in popularity, taste, and versatility with long-established brands such as Bailey's Irish Cream. Whether enjoyed as a shot or on the rocks as a coffee creamer or mixed into a delicious sweet cocktail, rum chata is an excellent liquor to keep in your bar. So here at Coffee Talk, and we give you the flavor. The flavor can be a variety of things. You know what I'm saying? It can be coffee, it can be a cappuccino, it can be hot cocoa in the winter months. But right now it's a beautiful day, and so you really don't want no hot chocolate. But you also can have a smoothie, some wine, some water, whatever. But this is Coffee Talk, and today's flavor is rum chata. You know what I thought about the rum chata? When I was thinking about that as the flavor today, I was thinking about mixing that with my coffee. I may have to try that next time. All right, so listen, that's today's flavor. And the words of wisdom today is this. People may not support you at first, and that's all right. Stay focused and keep moving forward, and you will see the successes. So that's today's words of wisdom. And let's just go ahead and talk about it. Let's go ahead and get in. Today we're going to talk about, Brittney Griner. Brittney Griner is a WNBA star who has been detained in Russia, reportedly for possessions of vapes and cannabis oil. She's a 7-time WNBA All-Star, a 2-time Olympian gold medalist. And Brittney has been arrested at the Moscow airport after traveling to Russia with the vape cartridge filled with the cannabis oil. They state allegedly that she was placing the bags onto a conveyor belt and the x-ray scan went off. So suspicion was that she was transporting drugs. The news of Griner's detainment just now spreading to the United States this week, you know, but there's reports that she has been locked up for about a month now, y'all. 3 weeks to a month now. After these times was reported, fellow WNBA star veteran Angel McCarthy noted on Instagram that her friend, who has been there for about a month, should be free. Like many other women's basketball players, Griner spends her WNBA offseason competing overseas to supplement her income. That's one thing we're going to go ahead and talk about in a minute here. She was headed to Russia to join the Russian powerhouse and perennial EuroLeague champion UMMC Ekaterinburg, for whom she has played since 2014. She reportedly commands about $1 million. So yeah, she has to go overseas. She's getting $1 million. Would you turn down $1 million? We'll talk about that. But yeah, she's over there and she's making $1 million annually with that Russian team. She competes alongside a rotating group of fellow NBA superstars such as Breanna Stewart, Jaquel Jones, Allie Quigley, Courtney Vandersloot, and Emma Messerman. So, you know, have y'all heard about this? Yeah, Brittney Griner. Let me give you a few little details that I can probably refresh y'all's memory on. Man, I remember about, I don't know, it seemed like 4 years ago, you know, but time's moving real fast. But I remember when Brittney was in college at Baylor, and I was watching the ESPN highlights, and she ran full court, man, in the game and dunked. And it was crazy at that time because during that time, we wasn't seeing women dunk. You know what I'm saying? But with today's technology, the way they work out now, the way they build their casts up, the way they do these poly techniques, poly techniques or whatever they call that, I apologize, but it makes your calves stronger and makes you be able to jump higher. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, when I saw Brittney dunk, I tripped out because we wasn't seeing that. You know, there is stories that Cheryl Miller, Reggie Miller's wife, had dunked before in the game. You know, I know she scored 100 points in the game as well. But yeah, so Brittney's over there in Russia. She went over there to go get $1 million, play for her team. She's been over there playing since 2014. And because of the situation with Russia and Ukraine, and the fact that, you know, she was traveling with a vape, we'll talk about that in a minute, that got her locked up. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and continue this story. SABA Malamud, a former sports journalist for a leading national outlet in Russia, told Insider that drug charges are taken extremely seriously in the country. Even possession of cannabis, which Russian authorities claim Griner was carrying off the plane. You know how the story changed? I thought it was on the plane because she was putting it on the X-ray scanner, or maybe they caught it and then took it, whatever. But it says here, Griner was carrying even possession of cannabis. The possession of cannabis, which Russian authorities claim Griner was carrying off the plane, could be considered a major offense. People in Russia have been detained and given enormous sentences for just having a small amount of marijuana, Malamud said. They're really, really brutal and medieval about any types of drugs in Russia. Still, Malamud allowed for the possibility that Griner was caught in a larger geopolitical chess match. He characterized the drug smuggling indictment as the go-to charge if you want to frame somebody. If you generally found something on a foreigner and you only want to make a political statement about it, that's a slam dunk for them, he added. So that's why I was worried when I found out that this was the charge. So right now, Brittney Griner, she's over there and she's incarcerated. Been over there for a month now, y'all. She's a WNBA basketball player who has got stopped at the airport, man, transferring vapes with some cannabis oil. You know what I'm saying? She probably was hitting her vape and forgot it was in her bag or whatnot. But let's go ahead and talk about that here on Coffee Talk. What's your thoughts about that? Do y'all know who Brittney Griner is? Again, when I first saw her, she was like one of the first women to dunk in the last 15 years, last 10 years, you know, that I've seen a woman dunk. Well, for me, it might have been 15 years, you know. Yeah, but I know she is a WNBA champion. Yeah, she just won the WNBA championship about 2 years ago, I want to say. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit more as you leave comments and let me know what your thoughts are on Brittney Griner being incarcerated over there in Russia during this time period. Go ahead and leave a comment on that. Let me know what your thoughts are. But here, I want to go ahead and give you the breakdown of her current salary, and then we can discuss why she goes over there to get $1 million. I mean, it'll be obvious. And we'll just talk about the WNBA and its current salaries versus males. So let's go ahead and take a look. Brittney Griner signed a 3-year, $664,544 contract. I'm going to say that again, y'all. A 3 years, $664,544 contract. Yeah. Talk to me. I know y'all heard me say that. Bugged out, right? Well, she signed a 3-year deal with the Phoenix Mercury, including an annual salary for the year of 2022, $221,515. That's what she makes to play in the WNBA for the year of 2022 currently. She does have base salaries for the next coming years of $227,900 to be exact, which totals $664,544. So yeah, I can see why athletes in women's sports travel overseas, you know, and they go over there and they get that big buck. Hey, but it reminds me, well, you know what? I can't say it reminds me of when you hear that cliche that says all money is not good. I can't say that right now, because who's to know that there was going to be a war going on over there? You know what I'm saying? Things like that just happen, you know. But yeah, our athletes are over there. Do you feel that our athletes should have to travel to another country to get the money? Or think about it this way. There's more corporations than just United States. And when you want to take care of yourself and your family for generations to come, you know, you're going to chase that bag all over the globe. I mean, come on. It's a business, right? So, but it's unfortunate that the WNBA, speaking of that, the WNBA, man, they have a current wage gap. Their team gap right now is, for all the players in the league, is $8.24 million. Unbelievable. $8.24 million. The average salary for females in the sport is $75,000. And that's if you're a top player per season. In the men's NBA, they make 15 times more what women make. Now, I understand they garner a bigger ticket as far as bringing in fan base and sort and whatnot. That's not to say women can't do it. It's just the season of what they play in during, I want to say, the springtime. They're competing against baseball and other outlets. And so many people are only going to watch TV for so amount of time because they also are out and about. You know, people are at lakes, beaches, whatever. So what's y'all's thoughts on the salary for the women? And should our women have to go ahead and travel overseas? Is it safe for them to go and travel overseas? Also, let's talk about this. Should the young woman have been smarter about traveling through the airport with vape cartridges and oil in it? You know, what's your thoughts on that? Should we know better? See, one of the things I like to talk about is accountability. We can't just say, hey, you know, our athlete is caught over there. Blah, 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 let her go, blah, blah, blah. We will discuss that, but let's also make this a teachable moment, because that's what we do on this show, Coffee Talk, and that's what it's really about. Coffee Talk is a flavor. Coffee Talk is us. What we do here is we discuss our history. What we do here is we discuss the things that go on behind sports on Sports Wednesday. And so, as a people, y'all, what is your thoughts? Should she have known better to go through the airport? You know, when I first heard the reports, they didn't call it cannabis oil. They called it that she had some hashish with her, which can be broken down into an oil. You know, what's y'all's thoughts on that? But yeah, let's go ahead and as you leave your comments, we're going to get ready to move on. But I just want to go ahead and finish this little bit on Brittney Griner so y'all can get a little bit of wanting to know who she is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some of y'all never even heard of her. So let's go ahead and give you her background bio a little bit. Brittney Yvette Griner. She was born October 18th, 1990. She is an All-American professional basketball player with the Phoenix Mercury of the Women's National Basketball Association, the WNBA. She played college basketball for Baylor Lady Bears in Waco, Texas. She is the only NCAA basketball player to score 2,000 points, block 500 shots, and was named a three-time All-American in 2012. Winning the AP Player of the Year and the Most Outstanding Player of the Final Four. She stands at 6'9", and Griner, she actually wears a men's size 17 shoe. She has a wingspan of 222 centimeters, which is 87.5. And in 2009, Griner was named the nation's #1 high school women's basketball player by Rivals.com. She was selected to the Mercury back in 2009 of the WNBA. And in 2012, she received the Best Female Athlete ESPY Award. As well as in 2013, she signed an endorsement deal with Nike. She went on to represent with the United States Olympics women's team in 2016. And she also brought home the gold medal in the Olympics in the year of 2020. So when they were in Rio. So that's Brittney Griner, y'all. You know, again, now you're saying, well, when did this happen? You know, you said she'd been in jail for a month. This happened back in February. So she's still incarcerated right now. And that's why we're talking about it. Because, yeah, I'm not really giving it so much impact, emotional impact, when I'm explaining it to y'all for some of y'all to know and support this young queen, you know, because you might not even heard about it. So, you know, that's why we got to get the word out. But this took place in February of 2022. So Griner, again, Brittney was arrested on drug charges in Russia. She was detained at the Sheremetyevo International Airport after the Federal Security Service said she was carrying the vape cartridges containing, again, hashish or cannabis oil. However, both of them described it differently in our reports. But it's an illegal substance in Russia. And some U.S. officials, again, have expressed concern that Russia may be using her as leverage in response to the Western sanctions imposed by Russia during the invasion of Russia and Ukraine. The former Pentagon official Evelyn Farkas feared that Griner could be used as a high-profile hostage, y'all, in Russia. She's been over there for a month. Now, Democratic Congressman Sheila Jackson Lee has called for her release. In an interview with CNN, California Democratic Representative John Garmendi said that it would be very difficult to get Griner out of Russia. He stated that although there might be negotiations, I apologize, to have her released, they would be steamed by the fact that democratic relations between Russia and the U.S. is not really where it needs to be right now. So, you know, who knows, y'all? But that's the story right now with the young queen, Brittney Griner. We definitely want to send, you know, positive energy to the queen. You know what I'm saying? And may she be protected. You know, so yeah, that's Brittney Griner's situation. If this is your first time tuning in to Coffee Talk Podcast, this is our Cultural Variety Podcast show. Again, we appear 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and alternate days on Friday and Saturday. Wednesday nights is our sports edition, so this is how we're giving it to you tonight. We want to say we appreciate you for tuning in and welcome to our show. And again, this is Coffee Talk. We always want to give you some flavor. So definitely when you come on in, pour yourself some coffee, some cappuccino, some hot chocolate, some smoothie, some water, some wine. But come on in and relax, kick your feet up and enjoy yourself. Welcome to Coffee Talk. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and go into our next athlete, our next brother that just a beautiful brother, man. I got to meet him. He's definitely a legend. And we want to tip our hats off to him and say continue to rest in many palaces. But we want to go ahead and talk about former Minnesota Twin, or I'm just going to say Minnesota Twin because he wasn't formal nothing. That man retired as a Twin. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to give him his love today, though, man, because I was thinking about the brother. And I remember how lit the city was when he was doing his thing. Then you had Kevin Garnett, Steph Marbury doing their thing, Randy Moss doing their thing. The city was just on fire. But we definitely want to go ahead and give our respect to Kirby Puckett, number 34 for the Minnesota Twins. Let's discuss it. Kirby Puckett was born March 14th, 1960, and he went on to his essence March 6th, 2006. Kirby Puckett was an American professional baseball player. He played his entire 12 years in the Major League Baseball as a center fielder for my hometown Minnesota Twins from 1984 to 1995. Puckett is the Twins' all-time leader in career hits, runs, and total bases. At the time of his retirement, his batting average was .318 as a career. And that was the highest for any right-hander in the American League since Joe DiMaggio. You know, wasn't no right-handed hitters back then hitting at .318. You know, Puckett was the fourth baseball player during the 20th century to record 1,000 hits in his first 5 full calendar years in the Major League Baseball. And he was second to record 2,000 hits during his first 10 full calendar years in the league. After being forced to retire in 1996 at age 36 due to the loss of vision in one eye from the central retina vein occlusion, Puckett was elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2001, his first year eligibility. How could you keep him out? I mean, when you kids that love baseball or you fans, there's a lot of center fielders that you can think of in baseball that you'd be like, man, give me dude, blah, blah, blah. But nobody really played that center field like Kirby Puckett. Kirby Puckett to run up the wall and catch that. You out. He had a rocket arm, man. I saw Kirby Puckett plenty of times throw from center field and catch brothers at the catcher spot. You're out. He had a rocket of an arm. Yeah, he went in the Hall of Fame in his first year. Deservingly so. What's y'all's thoughts on that? Leave your comment. Let me know. Talk to me. What do y'all know about the great Kirby Puckett? Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and finish here with Kirby Puckett, because I do want to, again, tip our hat off to Kirby Puckett, man. So let's go ahead and finish his story. Kirby Puckett was born in Chicago, Illinois, and he was raised in the Robert Taylor Homes. The Robert Taylor Homes, it's a housing project on Chicago's South Side. He played baseball for Calumet High School. After receiving no scholarship offers following graduation, Kirby Puckett went to work on an assembly line for the Ford Motor Company. You know, he had to get it. However, he was given a chance to attend Bradley University, and after 1 year, transferred to Trenton College. Despite his 5'8" inch frame, the Minnesota Twins selected him in the first round, third third pick of the 1982 Major League Baseball draft. In 1987, the Twins reached the postseason for the first time since 1970, despite finishing with a mark of 85 wins and 77 losses. Once there, Puckett helped lead the Twins to the 1987 World Series. The Twins' second series appearance since relocating to Minnesota, and the fifth in franchise history. I want to stop right there just for a brief moment, because that's one of the questions, y'all. Where did the Twins locate from before they came here to Minnesota? Go ahead and look that up. Leave that in the comments. You know, let us know, man. We definitely give you a shout out on the show if you could tell us, where did the Minnesota Twins relocate before they came to Minnesota? Now, some of y'all might be thinking, yeah, now I thought the Twins always was in Minnesota. No, they relocated from somewhere else. Okay, so also for the season, Kirby Puckett had batted 332 batting average in 1987 with 28 home runs and 99 RBIs. Although he only hit 208 in the Twins' 5-game American League Championship Series when they played against the Detroit Tigers, Puckett would produce in the 7-game World Series upset over the St. Louis Cardinals when he batted 357. Some of y'all might be too young to remember Kirby Puckett. Ask your parents about him. Ask them. Matter of fact, kids, people, and our viewers and our supporters, look up on YouTube. I know we live in the technology now. You know, y'all like to see old footage. Look up Game 7, St. Louis Cardinals, Minnesota Twins, 1987. And watch the outstanding catch that Kirby Puckett did, man. The D that boy had in the outfield, as well as the power that he had when he hit that home run. You know, Kirby Puckett. Yes, today we giving you your roses. Today we tipping our hats off to you, General King. You know what I'm saying? And before we go, y'all, let me just go ahead and say this. Kirby Puckett was a 10-time All-Star from 1986 to 1995. He was a 2-time World Series champion from 1987 to 1991. He was the American League Conference Series MVP in 1991. He was a 6-time Gold Glove Award winner from 1986 to 1989, 1991, and 1992. He was a 6-time Silver Slugger Award winner from 1986 to 1989, 1992, and 1994. He also won the Roberto Clemente Award in 1996. He was an American League batting champion in 1989. He was the American League runs batted in leader in 1994. Minnesota Twins retired Kirby Puckett's jersey, number 34, and Kirby Puckett made it to not only the Twins Hall of Fame, but baseball's Hall of Fame, man. That's what I'm talking about. And that was in his career, but that first World Series was 87. Check out 1991's videos as well, as they went ahead and won again. They're my favorite baseball team. I know they're yours. If you're from the Midwest, it's the Minnesota Twins. 1991 World Series was ranked by ESPN to be one of the best ever played, with 4 games decided on the final pitch and 3 games going into extra innings. The Twins and their opponent, the Atlanta Braves, had each finished last in their respective divisions the year before they both won the pennant. That's something that's never happened. So 2 teams went from nothing to something, battled it out, went to Game 7, and your boy Kirby Puckett was the man, him and Jack Moore. So again, from Coffee Talk to Kirby Puckett's family, to the Minnesota and Twin Cities community, and to our supporters and viewers of Coffee Talk, we'd like to go ahead and just say, man, with the universal peace sign, peace to y'all. Thank you for tuning into the show, Coffee Talk. It's your boy, MISHUMA SABA, M.SABA, and this is our Culture Variety Podcast. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.